All right, I'm on the back nine of the Extreme Hills tournament in the weekend round of the rookie division. No, our practice account. I'm a little more awake now than I was earlier. Went out and mowed the lawn, got some stuff done. Let's go check it out. Hole number one. I'm not even going to check it out. I know exactly what we're doing here. Let's see if I can remember the holes. Hole number one. Hole number one. Taking bag number two and a kingmaker. And we roll. See if I can not end up in the sand on the back. Doing 20% on the drive, 10% to the cup. 1.5 backspin. Maybe. I think every single time in the front nine, I got that sign right there. Opponent disconnecting. What is the deal? That's the second Earth Day ball I've seen today. Those are old balls. And a 2-ring grate to the left. Let's see if they got enough room. If they left themselves enough room out there, right there is where they get caught up. Just enough room. That'll be short iron range right there. One and a half backspin. Get that little teeny bit of tail right there. 3-4. That's going to be about a 4-ring pull. 4 and a little. Try and hit it perfect. Hit it 1-ring grate to the right. I got plenty of room on the right. I don't have plenty of room on the left. All right, 10% to the cup. Max backspin. Try and walk my tail right back down to the cup. Kind of liking the shot from over here because this is the first tournament that we've ever played this hole where if you're hitting out where my opponent's at, you're getting almost a pure tailwind coming to the cup. It's almost always been a crosswind. So that should enhance this side. I'm seeing a lot of people hit eagle from this direction. Just a bit outside. Okay, 10% to the cup. Mid club. 2.6 divided by 1.2. 2.4 rings. Max backspin. .4 rings. There's 1, 2, 4. Now I just need to hit it perfect. And I hit it great. Now I could hit it great to the right and probably still go in, but great to the left will miss. Great to the left. Just a bit outside. Every time I've hit it perfect and great to the right, it's gone in the hole. Every time I've hit it great to the left, it just misses. And the great to the right just barely goes in. Definitely still not on a perfect track. I have to be on my A game in my main account, coming in with tiebreakers. I think there was 231s, a 30, a 29, 228. I came in with a 27 tiebreaker. Did not have a very good opening round, but I had a really good, I was the top 27. I had a really good qualifying round with a minus 16. So I'm going to have to shoot a 32 or better in order to, and then hope that nobody can pop a bigger one out. You never know in these brackets because somebody can do the same thing I'm doing where they shoot a 27 and then they pop off a 32 or a 34. You never know how it's going to roll. But I'm going to have to shoot a really good round in my main account in the weekend to have any shot at a win. Hole number 11. What is hole number 11? Okay, Grizzly Quasar. Grizzly Quasar. Let's pick the ball first. No, I got a Grizzly. Off I go. Doing 15% to the cup. Doing a max ring adjustment. And I have messed around with this elevation on here all week just because I'm using my max number even though I'm probably more towards mid club. It is maximum right hand side spin, 1.2, 1.25 top spin. 2 rings off the transitional surface down there. So where my opponent said if they hit anything to the right, they're in the rough. And hit it great to the right. See if they hit the rough. Whew, I can't believe that they made that. That is close. Do the win first. 575. .8 rings. Hey, get on there. There's 4, 5.8. Oh, just a bit outside. If I could ever hit it perfect in there, I'd see if whether my adjustment's right. I've made an adjustment on that, but it's like 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4. I hit perfect into it, so I'm just having a hard time working my elevation number. It doesn't help when you don't hit perfect. You got to hit perfect so you can get your elevation numbers right. I feel like I'm right there if I can ever catch a perfect. Imagine that, wanting to hit perfect into the hole. Dang it. You see the tee boxes are uphill. Chasing the ace. I will forfeit. I got this hole down if I can ever hit it perfect on this. If I can hit perfect on this hole, that's a good deal. It is in the hole. Did my opponent forfeit first? They did. Hole number 3, I'm using a Titan, the king of balls. And if I hit out into this spot, I'm going to do in my main account, I'm hitting it farther forward because I'm using a power 5 ball. So I'm going to just do a 25% wind adjustment instead of a 30 because I'm not hitting it as far up on the hill. That one rolling. There might be one behind it. There is. All right, here we go. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Opponent disconnect. Every single hole. We're getting this opponent disconnect. But none of this is our issue. None of this is Playdemic's issue. This is all our issue. Playdemic stuff runs perfect every time. That's what they say. It's never their stuff. That means every single person out there playing stuff is crap. Playdemic stuff is perfect. I mean, they're just like any other company. They have the minimal amount of infrastructure to support their stuff, because that stuff costs them money. So during tournament weeks, when everybody's playing the tournaments, we're going to run into these issues, especially if you're playing right when it first happens and the mass amount of people are playing. So I've been playing my main account later on Sundays because there's less people playing. It seems like there's less issues. Dead center in the middle. 3-8. Almost 2 rings. Putting the forward power back in it. Hit a 1 ring great to the right. With a 5 power ball, if you hit a 1 ring great to the right, the issue is that you run out of fairway. Where it cuts in there, you'll end up just bleeding off to the rough, into the rough. In my upper developed count, I'm getting up into this area right here, right in front of those moguls, so it's a little bit higher up the hill. So I'm just going to do a 25% wind adjustment. It's super hard. I'm having a hard time doing these wind adjustments just because you're so far downhill, you can't see your rings. So it's hard to do a really accurate wind adjustment. I should be at max club. And they're short shooting it. There you go. Hit it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. Just a bit outside. Let's see if we can get it a little closer. And by a little closer, I mean in the hole. 2. See where I'm at with my club. Right at max. So it's 2.75 rings. There's a 1, 2, 7, 5. Oh, I just cannot catch perfect. My timing blows. Just a bit outside. I think if I'd hit it perfect, it would have went at the same exact distance on the other side of the cup. It would have been close. My speed was just about right. It might have bounced off, but or bounced over the cup, but it had been close. We will never know. It's the benefit of having a practice account, because you can play and try and get your timing down. Try and get faith in your numbers. All right, that was hole 3. Hole number 4. Hole number 4 is the par 3. We need to get a hole in one right here. I need to pick up something. I'm going to start some action. get something. I feel like if I don't get better than a 26, I'm going to end up in 50th. I'm not too concerned about where I end up in this account, but it's always nice to be better than 50th. I'm definitely not one of those guys that gets all pissed off and upset about the whole deal. That's why you have a practice account. I'm never super concerned about where I'm going to end up in my practice account, but I want to do good in it just because it leads up to your main. I feel pretty good about where I'm at. As far as numbers, it's all about working those elevation numbers. When I made a change on this hole, I changed to a different spot. I'm farther forward than I was before, and I haven't hit it perfect since I've changed the spot. So I'm not 100% positive. It's a 4-ring pool. Hey, get out here where I can see you. Four rings. Jesus. Hey, Seuss. Hey, Seuss. I was on here the other day. I felt really good about it. It's like, man, if I hit perfect, I'm in the hole. I'm not even bringing my putter, and bam, I hit perfect and was in the hole. And since then, I haven't hit it perfect yet. I haven't hit it perfect again. Not good. Not good, I say. See if my opponent can get in with their speedway ball. Now, there are a lot of different, if you've got a level 8 big dog, you've got a wood that's got better ball guide. And I'm not saying that a level 8 big dog's not a great club. I'm just saying it's not a great club for this hole. Why wouldn't you want to bring whatever you've got that has the best ball guide, especially if you're bringing a bigger ball? And it's not that you can't get it in. Watch, they'll make it. But the deal is that that's not. Don't get married to your clubs here. Why would you bring a big dog on a hole like this? That mystifies me. It's like, why even worry about getting club cards for other clubs if you're just going to bring the worst club? I mean, you could bring a Horizon. Its accuracy blows, but at least you got some ball guide. I mean, every single wood in the bag just about has more ball guide than your big dog. And you brought out a special ball. I mean, if you're going to hit it with your big dog and you're like, hey, that's the best club I have in my bag to hit it with, why bring out a big ball? Why bring out a special ball? Hell, just hit it with a Titan. I mean, realistically, your chances of getting it in with a Titan and a big dog are just as good with a big dog and anything else. It doesn't help your ball guide. People crack me up. Hole number 5. I'm seeing, I cannot remember holes until I finally, in the weekend round, I finally get to the point where I start going, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember what we're doing. I am bringing my bag number 3 and a Titan, the king of balls. Let's just get on it. Either down there, I need to hit it perfect. I can hit it perfect. I know I can hit it 1 ring great to the right. I could probably hit it 2 rings great to the right, but I don't think I can hit anything to the left. If I can hit a 1 ring great to the left and it still make it down there, that would be absolutely luck. I'm leaving myself more room on the right than on the left because I'm trying to put right hand curl in it. Some right hand curl in. So I want to leave more room on the right for that curl to develop. See if my opponent can get over there. And they might hit the tree. Ooh, it's going to make it. Nice. Nice. Very nice. Making a putt. .418. Nice shot. Okay, so the wind's blowing 2-8, so that's about 2 rings. So that's my orange ring. That's going to push me over in that direction. Getting it perfect. See if I gave myself enough room down there to not hit the sand trap when it comes down right here. I can miss that sand trap. There we go. So I'm saying I can hit it perfect and a couple rings great to the right like my opponent, but I cannot hit it great to the left. It'll end up in that sand trap. And this is no gimme chip, and I've missed this chip. I've missed it probably. I've probably made it more times than I missed it, but it feels like I've missed it more times than I made it. From this distance, wind. Should not be a factor. Getting it perfect. Should hit dead center flagpole. Dead center flagpole. Wind was not a factor. Getting the hole. Good game. I will forfeit. Is that the first thing I picked up? I think that's the first thing I picked up on this round. I think that's the same thing I picked up on the last side. So I haven't had any big luck. Hole number 6. What is hole number 6? Let me think. Okay, I remember hole number 6. Hole number 6, I'm taking bag number 2. And a Kingmaker. Open that. Always play with empty slots. Don't get club cards, don't have slots open. That's how it works. Don't blame me. I have yet to talk to a golf clasher who's not trying to get better clubs. Now, maybe if you had completely maxed out clubs, you're not trying to get better clubs. Or if the only club you have left is your boomerang or you're down in one. The cool thing about a down in one is when it gets to level 9, it still sucks. So at least it's consistent. When they were talking about clubs, when they did the club buffing and they buffed some of the clubs and then they came through, and when they did the prism chest, and that whole scenario that happened there, they redesigned the Grizzly. The down in one club has always been, I mean, the Grizzly was a turd before, but now it's an awesome club. But the down in one, I mean, that club, they could have done something with that club as well. Max backspin, couple side spin. Went to the +9. dead center of the fairway. 337. In that neighborhood. Leaning a little bit up against the nubs. Hitting it perfect. I'm trying to get close, but not too close. And I'm doing a 20% elevation adjustment to the cup. I think I started the week off at 10, then I went to 15, and I kept ending up on the right-hand side. Or excuse me, I kept ending up on the left-hand side of the cup. The wind was pushing me off, so I've been upping my elevation. I have hit one Albie on this hole. And if I can hit it perfect, I'm right there. And originally I started off on the week where I was trying to run my tail back to it, and I was going up the hill and coming back, kind of like we were doing on hole number 1. But I can't get my tail to engage every time where I can get that read all the way back to the cup. And so I'm just going straight out the hole. Let's do the wind first. 3.4, 4.1 rings. There's 4.1 rings. Hitting it perfect. Get in the hole. Get in the hole, ball. Go home. Not even close. Did I even do an adjustment there? Jeez. It's like I overpulled the hell out of that. Not even close. Into hold. Well, if nothing else, I'm putting on a clinic on how to get the minimum score. With nothing but balls that you can buy in the store, other than specials. I will forfeit. Good luck in the tournament. All right, hole number 7. What are we doing on hole number 7? All right, I keep ending up to the right, so I'm not pulling out enough wind on this hole. Not even. Grizzly, the Kingmaker. Am I using a Kingmaker? Yes, I am. I keep ending up to the right, so I'm not pulling out enough wind. So I'm bumping it up like massive. I was doing a plus 15, and now I'm doing a 25. I'm jumping it up. I actually want to move it up so that I can end up on the left-hand side of the hole so that I know what my range is. And I don't necessarily think it's as much elevation as it's just taken because I've got some side spin and some backspin on it. Every successive bounce, the backspin is pulling the ball more to the side that you're putting the side spin on. And it's wanting to pull the ball to the right. And so some of it's elevation and some of it is just on how I'm having to set it up in order to get to the hole. give my opponent, I have no idea. When people set up like that, I have no idea. And they hit a great to the right, to the left, and so watch, it'll go in the hole. I have no idea how people set their shots up when they're eyeballing it like that. Times 1.25 times the wind, 3.4. 4 1/4 rings. Four and a quarter rings. Four and a quarter. Getting it perfect. See if that adjustment works. If it gets me closer. Nope, still ending up on the right-hand side. A little closer, but still ending up on the right-hand side. So I'm going to make another change. If it ain't working, change it. Don't be afraid to change the numbers just because somebody said, oh, this is what it is. It's not working for you, make a change. Otherwise, it'll just keep not working for you. Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, is the definition of insanity. I will forfeit. That's hole number 8. Hole number 8 is that par 4. I'm taking a Titan because that's what I have. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Good luck in the tournament. Okay, hole number 17. I need to get an eagle here. Need to get an eagle, and I'm taking a Titan. I should take a Kingmaker. I cut the wind down a little bit. I'm taking an extra mile. Last time I was here, I had to put just a little too little overpower on it and ended up clipping the rough. I ended up in the fairway and I just barely missed the chip up shot. I did a minus 15 on the wind, and I probably should have did a minus 20 from where I was at. I was a little farther back. I caught this hole in the practice rounds before the tournament started, and I was up close with my wedge, and I was doing a minus 15, and I was in the cup. But I was actually a little bit farther back in my short iron. I did a minus 15, and I probably should have did a minus 20. And I'm doing plus 10% on the drive. This is much easier with a power 5 ball because you don't have to do, if you got an extra mile 8 or an extra mile 9, you don't have to put it on any overpower. What's up, baby? Okay. What time is it? 1:30. You got 1 hour. All right. Okay. Okay. See if my opponent can get up there. Probably not with the good. That'll be in the sand. They ended up. Roll out, roll out. There you go. They got an excellent shot from right there, and that's about the same distance that I was last time. Yeah, that's max overpower. 2.9. That'd be 3.3. It's me another ring into power. Hitting it perfect. See if I can get that sucker up there. See if I can get my bounces right. Stick, 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 stick. It rolls off onto that fairway right here. It goes downhill real quick. Very easy to end up off the back. Let's check out my opponent. 11,974 games, 1.1 billion earned. That's a bronze banner. As if you look at my clubs and you think, oh, you got really good clubs. This player right here, every single player I play in this bracket has great clubs. Everybody has great clubs. There's a handful of people that are in here that rushed themselves up the Masters that haven't played enough to get all of their clubs up, but most of the people that are in here are longtime players, lots of games played, lots of chest open. Everybody's got maxed out commons, a lot of maxed out rares. One ring great to the right. Maybe from that distance. In the hole. All right, that'll give me a little separation from the 26s. Now I just need to go Albie hole number 9 or 18 and get me up there with the 28s. That'll give me probably like a top 30, top 20. If I can get an Albie on the last hole. Let's see where the cutoff is. I'm imagining that the top 50 are probably all 26s. 26s go down to 56. The top 56 players are all 26 or better. We still have, how many people? We still have a bunch of people left to play. So this is the deal coming into this bracket. The top 80 something hit 26 or better. So when you're playing in this type of bracket, everybody's got good stuff. So everybody's up there, and the top will be super tight. I think the top 10 is going to be dominated by, there may be a 29 in the top 10, but I think the top 10 is going to be dominated by 30s and maybe a few top 29s. So 18, hole 18. What are we doing on hole 18? Extra mile, Titan. Need to use the wind. You know what? I've got one. I'm on the last hole. I only have one left. Let's use a power 5 ball. I only have one of them left, so let's use it. See if we can get up there and get into my mid Hornet. See if we can end with an Albie. Use that wind. Hit it one ring great to the left, which is problematic. It's problematic because I'll run out of fairway where that sand kicks out. Excellent. $476. It might put me in my minimum short iron. Mid short iron for sure. And at one ring, 1.5 rings, great to the right. Just missed the rough. .3. Where am I at my club? There's min. There's max. I'm in mid club, so it's divided by 1.75. It's 2.5 rings. Two and a half rings. 1, 2.5. I'm gonna have to snap it off. Ah! Sometimes when I snap it off, I can get that right on there, and I didn't. I was running out of time. I don't think it had enough time to, well, it probably had enough time to go back one more time. That's the story of the round. Just couldn't hit perfect into the cup. I got some good notes though. I feel good. I'm working my elevation stuff. So a lot of times when I'm playing in my main account, I've been working the elevation numbers and starting to dial them in, trying to get the range on them. And sometimes I have it, and then the front nine I can tag it, and sometimes I've still got like one more round to go, but I feel real good on like 6 of the holes. I still have 3 that I'm working on. It's just that progression during the week. So I'm always looking for my weekend round and my main account to be my best round that I fire off all week. I lit it up I got a 16 in the qualifier, and that kind of bummed me out because my goal was 14, 28, 30 plus. That's my goal. So sometimes you can hit that and you'll be like, 15, 29, 30 plus. But when I fire off a really killer qualifying round, sometimes I peak. I might have peaked too early. I'm always concerned about peaking too early because I'm not one of those players that can hit rounds like over and over and over and over and over, where I'm like 33, 34, 34, 34, 34, 33. That's not me. It's usually a progression. What's funny is that if I play it again on Monday after the tournament, I'd probably play like crap. Because it all builds up towards that weekend round. All right, 27. So I did have a little bit of separation from the 26s, so that should put me in the top 50. Good luck. 35th. See where the 27s go. 27s go. So if you shot a 28, you're in the top 28. The 28s go to 17th. Let's see if any 29s made the top 10. They did. Down to 6th. So usually in this bracket, the deal is that if I really, really focused that this was my main account, you've got opportunities. The deal is it's just really tight up at the top. There's a lot of people. So like if you come in with a 29, you had to have good tiebreakers in order to be up at the top of the 29s, because that's the difference between having all of the tiebreakers with the 29s and coming in 6th, or having no tiebreakers with the 29s and coming in 17th. Let's check out our top player, Super Kev. 4 billion earned, 19,000 games. Got some good clubs. Fantastic. 11,000 games, 4.9 billion earned. So you can work out the math. 4.9 billion divided by 2, divided by 5,987 wins. That'll tell you like the chests that they've been opening when they've won, like kind of what you can take whatever that number is, and it's the next. So like if it's 164,000, then it's the next tour up. So they've been playing a lot of tour 8, or whatever that math works out to. Reamy. $3.17 billion earned, 5,500 games. So you can tell they've been playing really high level stuff in order to get their clubs worked up. Without much cheddar. Brad. 1.3 billion, 14,000 games. Every single person in this bracket has got great stuff. Newer player that's ran themselves up. You can see how many tournaments they've played in. So this is somebody. This is definitely a second account, and they've ran themselves up to try and get their clubs built up as fast as they can. And you're going to find a few people like this in here. And if you're one of those, if you're a newer player and you're like trying to rush yourself up, you're going to end up in a bracket like this where you've got a bunch of experienced players. This is definitely an experienced player. You look at that win percentage, you go, well, yeah, but they don't have a great, they may be like me where they forfeit a lot in tournaments. And that'll throw your win percentage way, way off. Let's check out our top 10. 2.5 billion. Most of the people have won some kind of banner. Good bracket. Very good bracket. All right. That was the weekend round of the Extreme Hills Tournament in my odd account. And I've got to play my main account next. I have my 99 account, but I'm not sure if I'm going to play it. So I'm going to play my 77 account and see what happens. Thanks for watching.